Okay, so moving on some more of my Dave Matthews Band guitar tutorials. Today we're going to tackle a pretty difficult one that not a lot of people know. And so far as I know, I haven't seen anyone post the tutorial for this song. It's not a real well-known song. It was off the Lillywhite Sessions, which was an album that was never released. And this was one of the songs that was never released. They've only played it live. And it's called JTR. It's probably one of my favorite songs by Dave Matthews Band. Just in general, and it's one of my favorite songs to play as well. So I'll jump right into it, and this is definitely a more advanced song. If you want to look at the tablature, I always recommend davetabs.com is really the best place to find the most accurate tablature that you can find out there. And so JTR, a lot of single string picking, a lot of hammer on, hammer off, slides. The song has pretty much everything you want in a fun song to play. So I don't have a 12-string guitar. It's typically played on a 12-string, so if you want to practice on a 12-string, it's pretty difficult to play it on it, but it sounds awesome. So we'll move right into it. The intro is going to sound like this. So that first part right there is going to be a play off of one of Dave Matthews' traditional chords that he uses all the time. You're going to be on the E string 2nd fret 4th finger, and then we're going to just pull off on the 2nd fret G string, and then you're going to immediately slide up to the 4th fret right after you pull off. And then we're going to have our forefinger here on the E string 3rd fret. So we'll go. So keep that middle finger right there on that G string. And you're going to hit that again. So. And typically when you're playing that, when you get better at it and more used to it, you'll play the open D string as well. And gives it that fuller sound. So moving on, we're going to slide then from the 1st fret D string to the 3rd fret. And then we're going to play, we'll have our pinky finger right here on the 5th fret. And if you want to perfect this, I just can't do this right for some reason, but the way that Dave Matthews plays it, he plays that 5th and just pulls it off, and then plays that pulls off on the 4th fret. For me, I just pull off on the 5th, and it still sounds just as good. And then we're back to the E string with our middle finger on the E string right here, and then we will bring our pinky finger down here to the G string, and we're on the 4th fret, and then we'll take that off, put your middle finger still staying here, and then we're going to come right here with our forefinger onto the G string, and then pull off. Da 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 da. Okay, so I'll play that slowly. Now watch your finger placement on this one. I don't want, it's going to mess you up, and it's going to make it a lot more difficult if you put your fingers in different places. You want this middle finger right here to make that easier to play that right there, okay? So that's the intro and in the verse. And now we'll move on to the chorus, which is more of the typical standard Dave Matthews chords that you're going to see him use on a lot, majority of his songs probably. So we're going to be here, a little bit of a stretch for you. We're going to have our ring finger, 5th fret E string. We're going to bring our pinky finger down here, also on the 5th fret, but we'll pull it down here to the G string. And we're going to stretch this forefinger way over here to the 2nd fret, and we will be on the D string. So the chorus is rain down, rain. And so when they're saying rain, rain down. So when it goes from here to here, this forefinger is still staying on that 2nd fret on the G string. But you're gonna move down here. You're gonna put your middle finger right here on the E string 3rd fret. We're gonna have our pinky down here, still in the G string. So you're just moving from here. So that finger is just moving down. Middle finger is moving over to the 3rds. Okay. And then again, we're gonna have one of those standard Dave Matthews chords here. You're gonna be, once again, you're gonna be on the E string and the G string, but we're gonna be moving down to the 3rd fret, okay? And then we will have our forefinger has moved from here to here. And we're gonna go to an F chord. Okay, so it's just gonna be forefinger on the E string. You're gonna be on the 1st fret. And we have your ring finger on the A string, pinky on the D string. Okay, and so that's going to be the chorus throughout. That's going to be the same for each chorus, and then we have a little bit of a breakdown in the middle of it. That's kind of I assume you want to call it probably the bridge. We're just sliding here. We're going to have our pinky on the D string, 5th fret. We have our forefinger is going to start off here on the 2nd fret, A string. Okay? Or I'm sorry. So we'll go. So it's just an open. I'm just playing an octave chord here, which is going to have your pinky here on the D string, 3rd fret, and we'll have our forefinger here, E string on the 1st fret. But we'll keep it open. Okay, so it'll slide up and back. And then you'll play that again. But this time, you're going to play that octave here again. Don't leave your finger off. You're going to have it down here on this octave chord. Okay, keeping that same octave, we're just moving up forefinger on the 2nd fret, E string, pinky on the D string, 4th fret. And you just keep repeating those, alternating this and okay, and so then we'll go to the one of the most fun parts of this song to play is the very end, and this one's a lot of single string picking. It's pretty fast, and so you'll want to practice quite a bit with this. But we'll start off with our pinky here on the 7th fret, A string, and then we'll come up with our forefinger immediately after you strum that. You're going to come up here to the 4th. And these are all E string right here for the next few chords, or next few notes. So all you're doing is you're just walking up. So it's immediate, just, I'm sorry. So what I did right there is I walked it up. So A string, 7th fret, and we'll go 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're coming back to the A string with our forefinger, and then back to this E string 7th fret, and then back again to the A string 5th fret. And then you'll play the 5th fret again on the A string and then go to the 6th. So we'll go. Okay, and just keep working on that, because like I said, it's pretty fast picking. So it's like I said, it's a lot of fast picking between those two when you get to. And you're gonna play that through 8 times. If you listen to the Lillywhite version of it, he goes through it 8 times playing that. And then it goes into, you hear the saxophone and the violin going into dum 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 dum. While they're doing that on the guitar, he's just simply strumming octave chords here. Okay, that first octave chord, we're going to be on the 7th fret, A string. And then we'll have our pinky 9th fret on the G string. And I like to slide into that. I think Dave Matthews does that, makes it sound good. And then another octave, we're going to E string 4th fret, D string 6th fret. And then we'll just move up. Same strings, just moving up 1 fret. Go through that 8 times, and then the ending of the song goes back into this. And you're going to go through that 8 times as well, and then you'll hear at the very end of the song it just goes octave notes again. Okay, so those are those last notes right there. It's going to be an octave. You're on the A string 7th fret and 9th string, the 9th fret, on the G string, and it's just going to go. You're just same strings, just moving down to the 3rd and the 5th fret, and then we're moving down to the 2nd and 4th fret. Okay. So hopefully, like I said, that's a really fun song to play. It's really hard, and you know, if you're just kind of an intermediate or beginner, just really practice a lot. It takes a lot of time, and I say this on all my videos, just make sure that you just sit there. If you have to 1,000 times, just go. Just to get the beginning, you know. Okay, hopefully this was helpful. Again, if you're not a subscriber, I'd love for you to subscribe. I'm going to try and get every song they've ever written out there for you to learn, and hope this was helpful. And any songs you want to hear, anything, just subscribe, comment, and I'll be happy to do them for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.